Привет, меня зовут Адам. И сейчас это мой 8-й недели для русский. Hi, my name is Adam, and this is my second week of Russian. Sometimes I knew a lot of it from studying by myself and keep on working on it, designing things in a way that I would teach somebody. Even though I have degrees where I can teach English and stuff like that, I would really like to learn Russian better. So я хочу знать много русский. И иногда я не понимаю русский грамматика, но я понимаю очень много слов. Anyways, yeah, I know a lot of different words in Russian, and my teacher decided to move me up from last week to starting at the very beginning Russian from where you know nothing to a B1 level, even though my grammar is not that good. But she said that I knew so many words and understood so many words that it's almost at an advanced level with the number of words that I know. So I guess I'm in a B1 Russian class with B1 Russian level instead of the lower levels. So it is what it is. Still need to do dishes. It's okay. Холодный. Очень. Ага. Okay. Anyways, this week we were working on produkty, which is more like produce and food words, like if you were going to a restaurant or something like that. And we had different words, like all different foods, different things. We had to learn around 150 to 200 words in a week. And I will not say that I'm an expert at everything, but a lot of times practice makes you better. I will say that I learned to read and write from different orphans in places like Voronezh and other people that helped me in my past. They're such a blessing. Inanda Ludi Blagodat. Yeah. Blagodayu. But anyways, still are. You're like present continuous. Well, at least it exists in Greek. Anyways, for different things, we learned about different foods, like your fruits, like you have banana, strawberry, klukva, berry, yagoda, um, watermelon, Arbus, um, apricot, apricot, um, яблоко, apple, and so on. We also had like different words for like expressing likes and dislikes. Like, я хочу есть, I am hungry, or like even things for like ordering dishes. We also had to learn things about like what do you like, what don't you like, accusative, nominative, like basic cases, which can be kind of difficult when you think about the different charts and things that you may see. For instance, we have the neutral cases, case endings, the feminine case endings, and the masculine case endings. Now, sometimes too, even you may notice words like mama, dedushka, different things like that that are generally like natural, like a father is going to always be like a natural masculine word, and mama, no matter what, it's always feminine, because there's exceptions to the rules here and there within a foreign language. Kind of like el tortuga in Spanish. But, anyways, some of the other things we went over this week, even though it's a lot to think about, because I've never had Russian and it's only my second week, but a lot of, I would rate, yeah, I would just keep on writing and writing and hoping to learn more day after day after day in the past. And I'd get mad at myself if I didn't learn at least 10 words a day. And I developed a way in which I knew that I could learn things. But without my friends' help, without other people helping me, I wouldn't know a lot of the things that I know. Some of the new words that I didn't know were words like miod, which was honey, or slatki, which is sweet, or gorky, which is bitter, or astri, which is spicy, or kisil, which is sour. И тоже soyeni, which is salty. So it's a little bit in the middle of the night for me right now. Yeah, очень устал, but I will keep on going. I'm kind of halfway awake. We talked about like likes and dislikes and politeness when ordering food. We also talked about things like sa usually indicates the instrumental case. The rule, I think, was to use the instrumental after the presupposition sa, which means with, and genitive after the presupposition без. which means without. We also worked on casing different words like molokol, which would be like, we'll say something like, "Я люблю кофе с молоком." And, you know, that one was really strange for me because I was stuck on it for a while. Because the rule says that, let's see, where is that? When it says sa, it's instrumental. And, well, moloko is an o, so it'd be neutral. But you see my chart that I had to make? Where's the instrumental case on this chart? And how do I know what to put? That's a big problem. Это очень трудно. Where's instrumental? That's what I kept on thinking. Yeah, that was kind of strange to me. Or there's like, I didn't really think about it, but there's two different words for to like with nervitia, nerviatia or something. But there's actually two different words for it. And there's other things like, why would you have chorny hleb or something like that for brown bread when chorny means black? Or other things like pomidor is tomato, but why have pomidor for tomato and then have tomatny sok for tomato juice? Why not just say something like pomidorny sok? It's kind of weird, isn't it? Those are a few things I was thinking about while doing things. И да, я очень устал еще. So, some of the different. Oh, yes. We introduced this week something I never really thought about: imperfective and perfective verbs. We hardly went over it, but the teacher said that she would go over it more later. For instance, you have the word zakazivat, which is to order, or zakazat, which is also to order. The first one was the imperative, imperfective, I mean. And the second one was perfective. Hey, Lade. There's Собака. Ай-ай. Привет, собаку. Как дела? Пока. Anyways, we went over words for like a menu, like a food guide. Like we had different types of salads, which salad Podruski, salat. Some of the salad words we had were words like salat. Salat is ogurtsov, which is cucumber salad. Salat is pomidorov, which is tomato salad. Salat is kapusti, which is cabbage salad. Vinaigrette, which is vinaigrette of vegetables. E mayonnaise, which is mayonnaise. Another category that we had was zakuski, which were appetizers. So some of the appetizers that I had to learn were words like ikra, which is caviar, sosiski, which is hot dog or franks, kobasa, which is sausage or cold cuts, and butterbrot, which is sandwich. There are other categories that we had. Just for the sake of time and not make a huge, long, like super long video, I'm going to just kind of briefly touch on them. We had and say like a few words here and there. We had words like miaso, which is meat. You know, things like steak, oviadinha, suina, or pievri and bluda, which are first courses. Things like soups, like borscht, which is borscht also, uha, which is fish soup, which is soup, and all sorts of other words. We also had words for different types of fish, which is riba, so riba po-ruski, fish. Salmon po-ruski, sauce. Tuna по-русски тунец. И crab по-русски crab по-русски crab. So, ita много слови. Carniri по-английски garnishes. It's kind of strange because I don't remember calling things garnishes. And they have different words like, well, easy ones would be for an English person or Russian. Macaroni, which is macaroni. Ris, which is rice. And fasol, which is bean. We also have words like яйца, which are eggs, or яйцо, which is an egg, or omelette, which is an omelet. Or kashi, which it's not that popular in America. Or here it is. Or kilib, which are different, which is bread. And the other thing, the brown bread, which is so weird. I call it chorny, the brown bread, but not black bread. We have a black bread. I order for a bakery sometimes, and there are a lot of different types of breads. Baton, which is like a baguette, or also I've seen in different Russian books too, where it's a long loaf of bread. Blini, which most people should know, pancakes, or even like pirog, which is pie, but that's not in this list. Piroj Pirojki is, which is like little small pies. There's also different desserts, like, well, dessert, Peruski dessert, и мороженое, ice cream, torte, cake, пирожное, small cake, печенье, biscuits, и тоже cookies, cookie. And we also went over different drinks, which like, I think drink is like napiki, which just basically means like drinks in general. Some of the ones that are like more unique to Russia are more like kefir, which we say kefir, or kvass, which it's more of like a dark non-alcoholic beverage made from yeast and black bread. See? Or we talked about sok, which are juices, like yablochy sok, which is apple juice, or tomatny sok. But it's kind of interesting how with the K, instead of saying yabloko, that a lot of times in Russian, I'm starting to notice where it has changed to cha. It's interesting. We also have like different hot drinks, which are goryachi and napitki. Or chai sa limonum, tea with lemon, chai sa molokom, chai sa miodom, and so chai sa molokom, po-angliski, tea with milk, chai sa miodom, tea with honey. And the last one, which I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to because I don't really drink. The last one is spiritni napitki. Spiritni napitki. Po-angliski alcohol. Alcohol по-русски. Alcohol in Russian. Spiritni napitki. Which it makes sense because some grocery stores, even though I don't see it that often, they call it the wine and spirits section. So it kind of works. We also had all sorts of dialogues, create your own dialogues. Like, or learning different phrases like Vygotovy Dilat Zakaz. Are you ready to order? Or different phrases like Yabudu. Or like how you have to change things for different words. Oh yes. And having different people in the class ask me like, would you like to cook? Вам нравится готовить? И иногда я oh yeah, I forgot I know to answer and to ask, but sometimes I mix them up. But anyways, I answered, um, da я могу готовить. Я люблю оно очень много, но я не люблю посуду мыть. Мне это да, посуду люди. I don't remember saying the words to wash the dishes, but to wash my hands, yes. To wash pot, tomato, I don't know, figure it out later. Probably something include. We also talked about words for like the verbs, like something interesting in Russian, even though I already knew it. There's words for like breakfast, lunch, dinner, but they have specific words for like to eat breakfast, to eat lunch, to eat dinner, like завтракать, обедать, ужинать, to eat breakfast, завтракать, по-английски, to eat breakfast, обедать, по-английски, to eat lunch, and ужинать, по-английски, to eat supper. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. There's a crap ton of words, and I like it. I also don't like giving up any language. I like learning languages quite a lot, and now я очень устал. И, может быть, я хочу спать. Talking about endings. Huh, it's interesting. Change your song. So there's a possibility that next week I have to do more about the weather and stuff. Yeah. We talked about different things like at the restaurant, Rani, which is like at the restaurant, instead of restaurant, which is restaurants on the building off on the vid and so on. But anyways, we talked about some words I didn't know, like oficiant, oficiant, oficiantka, which are oficiant, he, oficiantka. Those mean waiter and waitress in English. Or menu, menu, pretty easy, jolt, bill. I'm surprised that we didn't have the words like cashew, which is cashier, or different things you'd have around the house, like different, like scovarola, frying pan, or so many other different things. Castrulla. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, Ruskaya Kuknya. That was weird. Because why don't you have a separate word from cuisine? I keep on associating with kitchen because kitchen по-русски кухня. Russian kitchen. I suppose that a cuisine is made within the kitchen, so I guess that works. Alright, I had better go to bed. But if anybody has any questions, I am always willing to talk in Russian or English. And we'll see what I have to learn next week. Hopefully I get better at Russian. And hopefully trying to memorize all these words writing out at least a page of sentences a day, working on going through them every 10 words for at least a half an hour one way from Russian to English, then a half an hour from English to Russian, and so many more things that I work on. Hopefully I can remember more. No, between working 3 jobs and studying in school, sometimes I'm kind of tired. But I'm usually talkative even though I'm not fully awake. Alright, пока. У меня есть спать. Oh yeah, I have to do dishes too.